Happy April, everyone. Yeah, it is here again. Kind of feels weird to have another celebration. Feels like the previous one isn't that long ago, but I also decided to have it a little bit earlier. Usually I try to have these on the weekend, but this weekend ends like the 30th of April, actually ends on a Sunday. That means the 1st of May is a Monday, and considering that's the Monday, this is also the start of my month, and I always try to keep these celebrations within their kind of fitting month. And the reason why I cannot do this during the weekend is because not only do I have my ceremonial party from my bachelor thesis, but also I'm going camping with some friends, because the 1st of May is somewhat of a celebration, like in a holiday here in Germany. I'm not sure if it's like a broader holiday, but it is more or less just like the celebration where everyone just kind of, what's actually the actual celebration though? So I just know what we do there, and it's basically going on like a hike where we like mostly it's for like getting drunk, but I'm not kind of like into that anymore, but I still like this community aspect. So this time we decided to go camping, or a few friends of mine and I decided to go camping. That's what we're doing on the 1st of May. So it's International Workers' Day, which is kind of ironic that this day is free, and no one works on this day, and everyone is just kind of like getting drunk and kind of taking a hike through nature. And it's also like one of these days that like it kind of feels like summery again, so like if the weather is nice, of course. But yeah, in general this is a bigger event here, and I kind of want to participate there, and that's why I really don't have any time throughout the weekend. And then I decided, I was like, okay, might as well do it now. And another reason why I kind of wanted to do it sooner than later is because I wanted to like play a few games. And I know the Star Wars game, Jedi Survivor, is coming out on Friday. And I wanted to kind of start the celebration with either the beginning of a new game or the end of an old game. And since I finished Horizon Forbidden West in the last celebration, or the celebration of March, which went a little bit overboard. Like I really wanted to finish the game, so I ended up streaming for 12 hours. You can still check that out on the channel if you're interested in seeing like the finale of Horizon Forbidden West. Spoilers, obviously, duh. But this time I'm trying to keep it more towards like a reasonable time. I'm aiming for 4 hours actually. So depending on how much kind of like downtime there is, I may still cut this down a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to go over 4 hours because 4 hours is a nice time, and it's also the middle of the week, right? So I kind of want to get something done tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm doing that today. And to kind of like think about the game that we'll be playing today, because I always like to combine these celebrations with a game, or sometimes even watching something, but unfortunately copyright kind of prevents me to watch something with you guys, because then I'll just get I get a strike, and I'd rather not have that. I know there are like certain things to kind of like get around there, so I could just like share parts of the image, but it's not really ideal. So that's why I want to play the DLC of Horizon Forbidden West, which is called Burning Shores. And this recently launched, I think like 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I figured, okay, might as well, I can play this. And considering that in 2 weeks I'll be traveling to Lisbon, and then afterwards to Ghent, I won't be able to play during that time anyways. So then I figured, okay, before I start this huge game, which Star Wars Jedi Survivor definitely is, how about I just play a DLC of which I know I'm gonna like have a lot of fun. I can continue playing throughout like the next 2 weeks and kind of finish that, and yeah, kind of still have this game to start playing now that I have this celebration. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Before we're just gonna like chill, talk a little bit, I want to kind of go over some of the guides that I changed. So if you are relatively new here, you may not know that, but I have certain guides that I tend to follow and that kind of give a certain direction in me. And I see them really as kind of like high-level players that I want to be inspired by and kind of learn from. And I keep updating them depending on what I read, depending on like new insights, experiences that I have. So and I also have these as a background, and I'm not sure if this is the right position. Yeah, here we go. Okay, this kind of bothers me. I thought it wasn't that bad, but let's kind of move this away here. And I also have like a new setup, or like not new setup, but I still updated the old setup at least a little bit, to the point where I think, by the way, like how is the music? I want to see if this is too loud for YouTube. So let me have a listen in here. Okay, so if I turn the music down here, but you keep having it. So how is that when I go to live? It sounds okay. I don't think that's a problem. I think we can work with that. So it's like a nice background music. I think eventually I'll turn this off because at some point I'll probably want to listen to my own music. And something that I like to do is kind of have the music on screen as well, so you can see the playlist that I listen to, and then we can kind of listen to the same music in that way. And with that, I hope that we kind of like can create this consistency, because music is just like such an important piece on the things I'm doing. So and like I unfortunately also cannot play regular music because again copywriting, and that kind of is a little bit annoying, but well, that's kind of how it is. I wonder if like this like whole concept will change at some point, maybe with Web3 or something, because like in my head it makes completely sense that I could play regular music, and then there just needs to be a connection between Spotify and YouTube. So YouTube just tells Spotify how many people were watching the stream, and then it adds to the listeners to that. So yeah, I guess like there's also the problem with Spotify Premium, because then you could just like listen to the stream. But then again, I feel like there should be like a solution to that, and yeah, I think it cannot be that difficult to kind of manage. So yeah, to kind of like transition, I wanted to go back to the guides, and yeah, I would always like to present the guides and kind of share them with you. And I'm also having, you may have seen that on my shorts section. I started creating shorts with all of the guys kind of at present, and I would want to continue doing these. So yeah, that's kind of like, I don't think I'll be doing right now, because when I record a video, I usually use my phone for like a higher quality, and I think I'll be doing that later on. So unless we have like a really nice moment here, I think we're gonna keep that. And sometimes like by just like kind of iterating these and kind of like going over the people, I have like an idea. It's like, oh, wait a moment, there's like a better fit for that sub area, for example. Okay, so yeah, I think actually let's start in a little while. So also I always like to kind of connect that with the what should I say? Oh, actually I have to kind of see what transition I have. Okay, now that works. Okay. Never mind then. Okay. So I always also like to kind of do my reflection during these celebrations, and usually I'm much further with that because it's like the weekend and everything. But I think I'm kind of up to date. Like I still haven't done all of the dailies on the daily reflections, so I'm missing them, and I'm still missing the last week of April. So I can still do that. Let me just make okay, well, the last week of April I cannot do anyways because it's not done yet. So we're still in the middle of it. So yeah, I guess we are kind of missing that, and then we'll like just have to see and update that later on. And yeah, let me see if I can do the April. Yeah, we'll be starting in 2 minutes. So in the meantime, let me just kind of like try to gather my thoughts, put everything together. Yeah, that makes sense. This I'll have to remove. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know yet what happens there specifically. I kind of wanted to create the course here, I think. So I still have something in May, which will be, do I have this open here? Yeah, nice. Okay, 1 minute. I'm still thinking about something like, oh yeah, let's do that. I think we can put Noctaluses in there. Yeah, that's one of the bigger ones, I think. Okay. Let's put this Noctaluses Prime. Okay. All right. So, to start, should we start with the guides or with the reflection? Let's go with the reflection because I have it open. Okay, close this. Is that one I want to show? Yeah. All right, here we go. So, we are currently, this is not what I wanted to show. Wait a second. Why? Is this frozen? Let me check. Because sometimes when I switch to the Mac internally, it tends to freeze or have like the wrong output. So let me kind of, or like the wrong window. That makes sense. So let me fix this. We want, yes, this. Okay. How about switch that? Here we go. Oh, now it works. All right, so here we are. I think I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. What's the good size for that? I almost prefer doing this on Chrome, because there I like know it's 150, but here I'm not so sure anymore. But I kind of want to get it to the. This seems to be the max actually. No, it's not. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of the state of things. I'm at 10,668 points as of now, still level 10. So I don't think I'll be reaching level 11 in May. I think this will be in June. And if things go all right, I think I'll have the celebration in Barcelona, because I always wanted to have it like close to the beach, and then I can also combine it with playing volleyball, which I was not able to do while traveling to Amsterdam. But this is something I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. So, actually here I can, so these are the 10 errors again. Somehow this feels redundant now. I may change this in the future. I think I'll get rid of this soon. I'm kind of in the process of doing the transition from Airtable to Notion and have more things in Notion. But as of now, because the calendar is just so much superior in Airtable, that's kind of like the last thread my system hangs in Notion, and because of in Airtable, and because of that, all my scoring system is also in Airtable. But I love to kind of integrate that into Notion. But I have to wait until Notion kind of updates their calendar, because as of now, just look how ugly this calendar is, like for real. Sorry, this is like a little bit off the charts, but no, let's not go in there. I don't have to run to you about the calendar. So the celebration, or kind of the reflection that was happening, is to kind of like look back a little bit as well. In Q1 of this year, I focused on visiting schools. I hired assistants, just virtually to help me out with community management and video editing. And then I also kind of discovered that I feel more comfortable kind of targeting teachers instead of students, because I want to help like a bunch of students to kind of like, I don't know, just be prepared for the future. But I also realized that students are not as motivated on having like additional homework on top of the things they have already to do with the school. And then I figured, well, like if the teachers would just implement this, it would be like way easier, because the students will have like a better time. Ideally they would learn more because they're more engaged, but like it kind of, the impulse has to come from the teacher. So that's why I figured, okay, I think I should like target teachers, and also kind of like just talking with teachers. It's so cool to like have them see their passion in like teaching and being curious about like, oh, but like how do I do this, and how can I integrate this? And this is kind of what makes this whole thing that I'm doing like with Holy Game worth it, because I get to like really help these teachers, and yeah, this is so dear to my heart and always uplifts me. So this was my first quarter of the year. In the second quarter, we're kind of like 1/3 done with that, but I kind of know where the quarter is already going. So I think plenty of it will be done with a sales funnel. So my sales funnel is kind of designed to a little bit like a level system actually. So the sales funnel is designed in a way that to start the game, it's free, like everyone can start the game, but the more advanced the tools become, the higher the price also goes up, but also the difficulty. And with that, I hope I can filter out the teachers who are just like casually in it and want to like explore it a little bit and check out ChatGPT and stuff like that. And they can do that all completely for free. But if you are interested in like diving a little bit deeper, actually implementing this gamified life to your classroom, helping your students and really adding so much value to their life that they are actually prepared for the future that is to come, then yeah, I'm just like, it will be higher at the value ladder that I provide with my sales funnel here. The second thing that I think will be in the whole quarter, second quarter of this year, is the Teacher Academy. And this is something that I discovered with Erasmus. And Erasmus has multiple courses specifically targeted for teachers. And they also talk about things like gamification and augmented reality and virtual reality and flipped learning and project-based learning and all of these things. And I figured, okay, let me actually attend these courses. So in a way, I see what the current state-of-the-art education is. And then also I get to interact with all these other teachers and also lecturers there and kind of think through ideas, get feedback, kind of help each other out. So this is kind of what I'm doing with the Teacher Academy, and also the reason why I'll be traveling to Lisbon, Ghent, Barcelona, and eventually Helsinki as well. But that's like in Q3 already. And then the last thing is building up the coaching business. So if you think like the sales funnel, this is more like the corporate thing, on just like the way that like I gotta earn my living in like some ways, right? So this is mostly done with the sales funnel, but I also like to interact specifically with like the teachers directly and like really help them and have this like this white glove kind of experience that I can give and really take you from the beginning to the end being like a complete gamified classroom where all of your like children or like students in the class work together. So within the class there's a cooperation, and then outside of the class with other classes there's a competition. So in this way we can like both target competition and cooperation and yeah, kind of put these together. And I think this is what I can like only do in like an actual coaching setting. And this just goes beyond the simple application of a course. So that's kind of like the thing that I believe will be of focus within the quarter. And then now specifically for the month of April, like one of the focuses was just like reworking this whole setup. So I got the Elgato Facecam Pro as well as the ring light. So when I like move my glasses here a little bit, you'll probably see it in the reflection a little bit. As well as the Stream Deck, with which I can just like, for example, I can increase the light by just turning a knob here, or I can like increase the volume of the music a little bit. So I just kind of like set up the whole thing so it's relatively easy for me to kind of produce more content, be more productive, waste less time, have certain automations in place, always have like the camera ready, and I really don't miss any shots of that. So yeah, that's kind of like what I did with the Elgato Easter Quest. Then the second one was kind of building the funnel emails. And with that, I want to tell my story in a way that like really engages and hooks my audience. And just kind of writing these out, and also reading the .com secrets from Brendon Burchard helps quite a lot with that. And then also integrating that with ChatGPT and kind of like, so the way that I like to write these emails that need to be like really carefully crafted, because if things go according to plan, these will go to like thousands and thousands of people. So I really want to make sure that these emails are on point as possible, so I don't waste any of your time, and kind of every sentence in there delivers value. And with that, I really I write down the first draft, and then I put it in ChatGPT and say, okay, improve it based on these criteria. Then I rewrite the whole thing, and then it kind of like goes through multiple iteration cycles to the point where I usually only want to spend 2 hours in like one sitting. And in the beginning I was like, oh yeah, 2 hours, I can probably kind of finish 2 or 3 emails in that way. It's like, no, I need like 4 hours to finish one email, because I think I'm a little bit perfectionistic in that way. But also I'm kind of like just getting started with writing these like very specific emails and like telling my story, and it's like, okay, how do I tell my story? It's like, but like this doesn't really fit, and maybe I can phrase it a little bit differently or highlight different other aspects. And yeah, that's kind of what I try to do with that. Yeah, that's what I mean with the funnel emails. And then the last part of this month was my trip to Amsterdam, where I attended 2 workshops. So the first one is from Chris Do and The Future, or like, so it's hosted by Chris Do, but under the brand The Future or The Futur. That like the E is missing, so I'm not I'm actually, like, I heard so many people pronounce it in different ways. So yeah, it's Chris Do, and his workshop was like the business clinic, and that really helped me kind of incorporate these things, learn things from like the bottom up, especially the focus on sales and also pricing really helped, even though it was like very dominantly about sales. And since I haven't been in sales, I guess that's like a positive thing, that I didn't have to unlearn any bad habits before, because something that he mentioned and said that I found quite profound is that, like, don't be the sleazy salesman that like keeps pushing for the sale, and kind of like really, yeah, I guess pushy is just the right word. And this tends to put people in the defense. And what you want to do instead is like first make sure that you're actually solving the right problem. So instead of just assuming that you've already figured out the problem, or just assuming that the client that you work with knows that this is actually the problem, because mostly what like you think as like a first guess, or your client describes as like their problem, is very often just a symptom of a much more deeply rooted problem that should be tackled instead. And for that, we need to shift from this state of problem solving to that state of problem seeking. And he also gave me like a bit of an advice on like a book to read, which I found very valuable. So I already ordered that, and I'll start reading that in May. And also kind of like some worksheets to kind of really solidify these things. And I was like, somehow this was like, first of all, it was very well crafted worksheet, and there was like really no waste or just like mindless exercise on it. So I thought that was great. And I was like, I never was as motivated to like do these homework kind of style things in school, but somehow now, because there's like so much more meaning attached to that, I paid for the workshop, so that like adds to my perceived value of the thing. So of course I wanted to like also complete the assignments, and in general, it was just like a lot of fun there. And then I stayed in Amsterdam for a whole week, during which I went to like different yoga classes and just like exploring yoga in a new city. I find so exciting and interesting because everyone kind of does it differently. And I somehow have, sounds very weird coming from a German, but I have a very deep-rooted hatred towards like German yoga. Because for me, German is just not like this spiritual language. So if someone kind of just like einatmen, ausatmen, it's very weird, okay? Like, just take my word for that. Like, my sister kind of like, she doesn't mind it, but I somehow cannot listen to like a German speaking yoga teacher. And I prefer like this English so much more. So kind of doing that in Amsterdam was great. I also went to like salsa class and kind of different museums, and even though I have been in Amsterdam before, but it was always with friends and everyone kind of wants to do something else. And I'm not gonna lie, usually you just spend most of the time in the coffee shops. So this time I was by myself for 1 week. I was like, oh, finally I get to like do all of these things that I wanted to do. And also kind of like going through, like I went through the different universities, checked out their campus, which like is always like a fascinating thing. And one of the key things that I learned there, and I think I'll continue doing that, is there are always flyers hanging out. And like these flyers are just promotions about certain events. So because of these flyers, I was able to go to a reggae party that was happening on the weekend. And without like going to the university, I wouldn't have never found it. It was actually like a pretty cool night, and something that I have never experienced, on kind of combining reggae, which is usually like more like of a slow genre that you kind of like just chill to on the couch, and kind of turn this into this club-like celebration, which is usually plenty of like dubstep and electronics and house, and kind of like marry them together. And in the beginning I was like very skeptical about the whole concept, but I ended up really enjoying myself there. And I think it's just like a nice concept and just a different way to celebrate. So that was like a really cool experience. And then there is also like the Adam Tower, which I find still, actually let's switch back to, because like I don't think I need to show that to you. So I will show you the guides though soon. So then like the Adam Tower is something that I have never like heard or seen. I've never seen in Amsterdam before, but it's quickly become one of the coolest activities that I'll probably continue doing there. And I think I may actually celebrate the Holy Games there at some point, because it's such a cool event. And this was also where Chris Do hosted his workshop. And you can think of it as just like a huge tower. And then on top of the tower, they have like, they just dropped a cube on it. So you can think of a cylinder, and then on top of the cylinder, they had to get like the biggest train in Europe to drop this cube on top of that. And it's kind of like designed from the tower from Melbourne. I think like that actually rotates. And like, first of all, it's just like so cool to have this like architecturally. I think that's how you pronounce it. And the other thing is just like how it was designed. Like there was like also like a whole video that explained the whole thing, and I've watched it like twice. And I may even like create a short about that, because I still find this like so exciting. But essentially what the tower is, it's like at the top you just have like this whole view, then you have multiple floors where you can just like co-work and hold events, and then they're like different studios. I think Sony's in there, and like to just like produce music. And then at the bottom there's like a bar that you can just like get some drinks. And then underground is a virtual reality station where you can like play all sorts of VR games during the day, and during the night it actually turns into a nightclub where you can just listen to music. And that's kind of what I did on Saturday. That was pretty chill, to kind of like go there and actually experience one of these parties. And yeah, I never really understood why people were like just like standing in front of the base. I don't know, for some reason I never kind of like tried it, but there I did try it, and I was like, okay, so like it actually makes you feel the music, right? Because it gives you all this like tactile sensations about like the music, because it like literally vibrates through you, and just kind of like experiencing that and like really becoming one with the music sounds very corny, but like I cannot describe it any other way. And it actually isn't that loud. Like I know a few friends who've been like to concert, or like that wasn't so loud, and they said like their ears kept like ringing for like a couple of days afterwards, and I didn't even have that. Like it was not loud, but like the bass was just powerful. That makes sense. And maybe that's why I actually tried that there, because it didn't seem like I was like kind of doing a disservice to my ears that much, and usually kind of it seems to be much louder. So maybe I'm just getting old and I don't hear as well anymore. But let's take the positive thing. So that was pretty cool. And then the second workshop that I attended in Amsterdam was in the Startup Village, and there was a teacher who talked about how difficult it is to teach programming, because there's so many hurdles and steps that you have to jump through. And it's like one thing to kind of teach it in a university where like people literally sign up for that and they want it to be their future. But if you, let's say, teach that in a middle school, it becomes much more difficult, especially in a middle school that doesn't have English as its primary language. And usually programming is all done in English. And on top of that, there are so many like things you have to think about. You have to put things in quotation, you have to put the semicolon at the right places. And this is one of the more forgiving programming languages like Python. And I think like I started with C++, right? So compared to C++, Python is already like a playground that you can basically do everything, and it just like holds your hand. But if I think back, it's like, oh yeah, like 15-year-old me would never have done that, because it's still like way too many hurdles to jump in. And she kind of created this thing called Hedy, which I think it comes from, is it connected to Lisp? I don't know. Like the whole workshop was about Lisp, which I have like not really an idea what that is. But it's like a program, like a really old programming language. And for some reason, she was also holding a keynote during this like workshop about Lisp, which I didn't know, but I wanted to listen to her keynote. And in there, she just talked about all these things that I was like, this would be like such a game changer in education. Because first of all, actually, wait, where do I have this? Did I not take this? Oh, it's here, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. I switched around things in my Stream Deck, and now I was confused where they were, but like it's somewhere else. Okay. So, the workshop that I attended on Hedy, that was the second one. So Hedy is basically a simplified programming language that teaches you step by step. So you start not with like print hello world, because there you already have to say, okay, why do I have to write print? Why do I have to put this in quotation? Why do I have to put this in like brackets as well sometimes? So there are a bunch of things that like just are not as obvious and as intuitive. So instead, it starts at the bottom where like you have no restrictions, and you can just write Hello World, and then on the other portal, Hello World appears. And then it kind of like gives you step-by-step instructions on how to get to the next step. And obviously, like Hello World is a very simple concept there, but I think most people are familiar with that. And it like actually goes quite deep into programming, eventually tackling loops and also databases, and kind of like going deep in like even the object-oriented programming. And with that, I think like so many more students and like children even will just understand this whole concept of, okay, this computer or this phone isn't just like this black box, but it actually operates on a set of rules that are just fundamental to its system. And I think this understanding is a little bit lacking in today's culture when people talk about like ChatGPT and how it kind of like thinks for itself, because like it really doesn't. It still just follows rules and just thinks of the next probable word to put in the sentence. And of having that was such like great insight, and yeah, maybe we'll end up collaborating. And Generate Hedy is like a really cool concept that I've never even heard before. So yeah, that's like was a very nice end to my trip in Amsterdam. And yeah, I think we're gonna move on to the guides now. And then after that, we'll go straight into playing some Horizon Forbidden West. Maybe adding some aerial yoga beforehand, because I always like, I like to keep things a little bit moving, and with aerial yoga, it's I don't know, it's very nice. It's like one of the cooler sports, I think. Well, so now to go back to my guides, for some reason, they turned off, but here they are. So actually, let's make this full screen. And I think I'm gonna remove myself here from the equation. Or actually, can I just... no, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove myself. Okay. I kind of have the things set to the... to the PC. So this is a different scene in OBS. Okay. Yeah, but let me kind of give you an overview on the things that have changed. And this is mostly like, I'm not going to go through like all of these, but just like the changes. So starting at the bottom left here. Okay. We have Michelle Obama. And before I had Oprah, but I kind of noticed that, like, first of all, I've never watched Oprah. So I just kind of felt like she fit in there. But she's also like, I don't know, it was just like something that's like, oh, okay, maybe. But then I kind of thought about like, okay, but like, what about Michelle Obama? She somehow, like, she's basically, or she was one of the most powerful women, and kind of like having that what's the word? That emotional intelligence to kind of like help someone who's literally the president of the United States, as well as, like, does Obama have children? That would change things. I kind of assume that he does, but like, if he doesn't, that would be like, I probably switch that back though. Okay. Do they have children? Oh yeah, they do have two daughters. I was like 90% sure of that, but not 100. So yeah, also kind of raising children there. I don't know. Maybe I also wanted to just see a new face there, because Oprah has been there so long, and yeah, I never watched something of Oprah, but I was like, I'm much more likely to watch something or consume content from Michelle Obama. Then the next change is Gary Vee in Community, and I've been wanting to put Gary Vee as one of my guides for a long time. but I never really saw a fitting place because I always thought I put him into contribution. But for now, Ali is just like crushing it there, and I like the content distribution of Ali a little bit more than the one of Gary Vee. I think Gary Vee is just like pure quantity. Okay, let's like get as much content out there as possible, which I think is a valid strategy, but not necessarily the strategy that I want to follow. I tend to like a complete opposite of Gary Vee, for example, would be Kurzgesagt, where they have like, okay, we just produce like one video every month, but it's such a high quality that it'll get like hundreds of millions of views. And yeah, that's why I was like, I like more of a balanced way, and I think Ali kind of falls under that. And he also has his own products in that way, and yeah, it kind of like fits there quite nicely, I think. And then I figured, okay, but like Gary Vee is still like a person that I look up to, and he always kind of talks about how like when you're like young, and with young he means under 50, you have so much time to like explore and kind of find the passion, and there is like no real reason to kind of beat yourself up over that. And he generally has like this like nice positive message on people just kind of like, okay, just like keep going, do one thing after another, realize that you have like an abundance of time that you can do things with, and as long as you're just moving in the right direction, things will be all right. And on the other side, he does also have kind of this hustle thing, which I'm not like a huge fan of, but I do understand like there needs to be some effort and work put into like whatever you're doing. And something that I really admire about Gary Vee though is his way on building a community and having like this really an empowerment of people and kind of interacting with them. So also kind of the step towards Web3, which I think community will play a huge role in. I think he's a very like nice addition in the team there. Then the next change that happened is in finance. So previously I had Alex Hermosi in there, and now I have Brendon Burchard. And the reason is not because I think Brendon Burchard is a better salesman than Alex. I think actually almost the opposite. The thing is, Alex is like a salesperson that just like operates at like a level where you kind of like talk about like hundreds of millions of dollars. And this is just like so far away from what I'm doing and so abstract that I don't really get a lot of value of his like financial advice. Like, yes, the basics, but like I think the basics are much better covered by Brendon compared to Alex. So that's kind of why I have him in there. Also kind of like the way that I want to create my sales funnel is mostly kind of like taking his concept and then making tweaks to make it fit my like my own beliefs and my own values. Because sometimes like I think he also goes a little bit overboard sometimes, a little bit like Gary Vee on like, bro, like I cannot imagine that working, but like he still recommends to kind of like send 10 daily emails. I'm like, bro, what? Like I'm currently writing a monthly newsletter, and I can see how monthly is maybe not enough, but I kind of like, okay, I'd be okay with weekly, and I think this is like also where Ali sits, in like a weekly newsletter. But what happened? But yeah, in general, it's like a nice way to kind of like follow Brendon there. Then the next thing that changed is technology, and we have Tim Cook here again. Like he has been in technology before, but then I switched him out with MKBHD for similar reasons why I switched out Brendon with Alex. I kind of felt like, okay, MKBHD is much more relatable. He's more like the person that you would actually talk to. But then I was like, well, but like he just reviews technology. He doesn't like build it himself. And like if I really want to have like a guide that kind of supports me and advises me on technology, it would be, I'd rather be advised by Tim Cook than by MKBHD right now. So also I'm kind of like, it's a little bit of a gamble. So if Apple brings out the Apple glasses, like the augmented reality headset, or like even the VR headset this year, I'm pretty sure that I'll get it, because it's just like the next step that I think education has to take. And I really want to be like one of the early adopters to kind of like see the potential as early as possible, and then kind of like give that back and kind of like inform others on whether this is the right thing or not. So yeah, that's why I kind of have Tim Cook here. And then we have a switch actually, because Tom Bilyeu used to be in gamification, and I moved him now to entertainment, which used to be Harris Heller. So Harris Heller is now in identity, and in gamification is Yao Kai, who is like actually the gamification expert. He wrote the book Applied Gamification, and he is the one who developed the Octalysis model, which splits gamification in like 8 different sectors. But I think it's almost a little bit too complicated. I would just have it, I would simplify it a little bit and just say, okay, you have extrinsic rewards and intrinsic rewards, and then you have white hat gamification and black hat gamification. So one is more towards like purpose driven thing, that kind of like being part of something greater, and black hat gamification is something kind of like loss avoidance, randomness, like all of these things. And in general, like I'm learning a lot from him on gamification at the moment, so that's why I switched him out. But I still wanted to keep Tom Bilyeu in there, because I think he's like one of the greatest minds. And considering that he's also starting his whole project Kaizen at the moment, that's why I think he fits very well in entertainment. And before in entertainment, I had Harris Heller, because like streaming and all of that, and but he actually doesn't like play that many games. I was like, oh, okay, it's not like a great fit. But then I was like, okay, how about I move him to identity? And I think this fit very well, because like, first of all, somehow we have like very similar beliefs. He's also like really deep in this whole like recording and like reflecting on the things, because like streaming is basically just like the level up to a journal. Because, well, at the moment I'm mostly just streaming for myself, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of where things are going. And then the person who used to be on identity was Vishen Lakhiani, who is now in spirituality, and I moved him here because like at the point where I had him in identity, it was mostly for his beliefs. But most of his beliefs are actually like his spiritual beliefs, and he was just like the first person to kind of put it in a non-woo-woo way by also adding like some scientific evidence to that. I'm saying some because not all of that he kind of talks about is like all that scientific, but I don't mind it. Like, it doesn't seem to like be doing any harm, and I kind of see it as the placebo. So as long as I believe it's true, it is true for me, and as long as it's something empowering, and then I don't mind having that. So that's why I moved him here. I think before there was Adrian from Yoga with Adrian, but she was just like doing yoga. There wasn't like a lot other things. And with Vishen, he actually builds his company around spiritual education. And that's why I like definitely wanted him as one of my guides and advisors. But he just didn't fit in identity anymore. And now I think it's like he's at a very nice spot in terms of spirituality, because he isn't also like so per deep in spirituality to the point where you don't really understand what he's saying anymore. But he's still like kind of relatable and has a connection to like the reality, if that makes sense. And then a change, which is like kind of minor, is just switching out Stephen Kotler with Jamie Wheel. So they both wrote the book Stealing Fire. So they kind of were co-authors, and together they founded the Flow Genome project. But I feel like Jamie here is a lot more dedicated in the Flow Genome project and like actually holding these retreats and like doing further research with Flow, while Stephen Kotler seems to be like more in this author niche on creating kind of like new books and working with Peter Diamandis about like futuristic worldviews, which like I love. That's why like Peter Diamandis is the tree here in leadership. I just figured that Jamie Wheel would be a better fit for like creativity and flow, and also psychoactives, because he's like a great, I think like he's a returning visitor to Burning Man, for example. So I don't think Stephen is that deep into that. Like he is, but I feel like Jamie is a little bit, I don't know. Maybe I also just wanted to see a new face, so that could be it. And then the last change that I made is the one in education. Before we had Philipp Dettmeyer from Kurzgesagt, and now we actually have the author from Prepared, which is Diane Taverner. And she actually is a teacher who developed one of the coolest education models that I've heard about. Currently based in California, I think. And I've had her on education before, and then I switched more to Philipp Dettmeyer on Kurzgesagt because I loved the way he created videos. And now I'm having more of a teacher-focused thing again, so that's why I'm switching back to education. And the thing about Philipp, he seems to be like more, I don't want to say reserved, but he is not like as much of a public figure. It's more like Kurzgesagt is the public figure, and he just founded it. And at this point, Kurzgesagt is just like this huge organizations of like hundreds of people working in there and doing like the animation. And like, of course, he's still like part of the team, but it doesn't feel like he's the face of Kurzgesagt. I think the face of Kurzgesagt is like the logo, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of the update on my guides that I wanted to share. And yeah, that's more or less the thing. I don't think we'll go into like the like additional projects that I'm thinking about. Like I can just like mention a few things that I'll be starting in May to kind of like have a outward focused thing, as well as like the things that I didn't finish that many things in April actually. Like yes, Amsterdam, and still working on the actionable gamification book, and yeah, there weren't that many things that I actually finished in April. So let's just have like a look at May. So in May, I want to kind of like go deeper in Kajabi, which is like a platform that helps you like create courses and integrate podcasts with emails, and it's more or less like one tool to do it all. And I'm just tired of having like all of these different tools to like website hosting, like different podcasts and like a different email list, and then like it's just, and then like things don't work together, and then I would need like a different like a shop where I can like sell my digital courses, and then I need like something for community management, and then I need like it's just like so many things, and Kajabi just like does all of that. So I'm looking forward to that, as well as kind of starting the Octalysis Prime membership, which is just like the next step from going from like the actionable gamification from Yao Kui. I hope I pronounced the name. Ya Kai, I think, is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I butchered the name. But yeah, I do want to go to the next step. I think I'll also start Instagram more like focused, or actually just restart this, because throughout Q4 of last year and Q1 of this year, I've been just like pressing complete pause on that. So I kind of want to revisit that again. And then there's a book that Chris Do recommended to me, which is 50 Strategies to Boost Cognitive Engagement, and to kind of like just apply gamification to that, which I'm quite interested in. And then, yeah, otherwise, just playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I think we'll move Zelda more towards... actually, I may be able to play Zelda when I'm traveling, because it's on the Switch. So maybe that works. And otherwise, at the moment, I am watching Demon Slayer: The Swordsmith Village, which I'm just so happy that like Demon Slayer continues, and kind of, yeah, just being in that world again with Tanjiro, and like exploring these other high-level Demon Slayers. I don't know. They have like a Hokage. No, I think that's from a different anime. I think that's Naruto. I don't want to say something wrong. I'll be prosecuted otherwise. So essentially, he's in the Swordsmith Village, and now it feels like he's part of like the big players, and actually fighting the higher demons. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. And yeah, I probably will be watching that after the stream today. And continuing that. I so far watched episode 1 and 2, and like episode 1 was such a strong start. Episode 2 seems more of like it's like, oh, okay, we're still building up the story, and kind of like these are the characters, and this is the setting, and all of that that's just required. And I remember the what was the previous arc? I think like at some point it was the Red Light District, and then they changed it to the Entertainment District, because some countries didn't like the name and threatened to ban the anime, so they changed it to the Entertainment District. But yeah, the beginning there was also rather slow, but it was so necessary to just like create the build-up for the finale there. So that was just like so well done, like one of the best endings I've seen. And it's not even an ending. Like I felt like it was on the same level as Attack on Titan, but Attack on Titan literally had its finale, while Demon Slayer was just like, oh yeah, it's like episode, like seasons 3 out of like 8 arcs or something. So yeah, very excited to see how that goes. Also like the quality on what they do with the show is just insane. So yeah, that's kind of the update for April. I think we're gonna move around a little bit now to some Aerial Yoga. I'll be switching the music. I'll change, like leave the music on and listen to some AirPods. We will, however, change the music a little bit to kind of get a little bit going, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Also, let's increase the music volume. Here we go. I like this. Let me check on the stream how that is in difference. Okay. So I need to go on live. I think that's okay. I think we can like actually increase a little bit more. So how about I have it now? It's at 80. Yeah, 70. How about we put it at 80? Okay. So now when I talk, do you still hear me though? I don't know. see. So I'm gonna hold my hand up there so we can see what's happening. It's still like, it's a little bit louder. Yeah, let's keep it more discreetly. Or like when I actually talk into the microphone, it kind of works. So. I think we should still keep it like 80 is definitely too much. Let's do like a good 50, right? Yeah. Oh. There we go. All right. So, we got that, and I'm gonna leave that music with you, and I will just switch to my AirPods, and with that, and then afterwards we're gonna play Horizon Forbidden West, which I think I'll turn on already, so we don't have to wait afterwards. So let's quickly go. So are we? Still have this. Switch that out. There you go. And here we have Horizon. And we also need to adjust the volume for Horizon, right? I do hear it now, but it's not as loud as the music. So how about we turn off the music? Yeah. Okay. So here we go. It's been too long. Like I did start play. I did hear progression main story to unlock. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I think we're gonna like leave this here. I'll be muting it though, so we can continue the music. And yeah. I'm excited. Like the thing is, I played Hogwarts Legacy for some time after I finished Horizon Forbidden West, and unfortunately the game just like kept crashing on me. And yeah, it's just like not a nice experience. I think it's like, it is my fault, like for sure, because I bought it on PC, and my PC is like, it's from 2016, so that's like almost 7 years now, or like, yeah, maybe even a little bit more than 7 years. I did switch out most components though, but like the CPU is still the one from 7 years ago, as well as the motherboard. Everything else is kind of like switched out, but yeah, I think like the CPU is just like not taking it, and it just shuts down at some point. And yeah, at this point I'm just like, I don't want to like waste my time with like fixing the PC, and I think I'll just get like these story-driven games on PlayStation, because I know they'll work there and they're designed for that. And like whenever there's like a multiplayer or something, then I think, yeah, for sure I can like play this on the PC. For example, when Overwatch releases its PvE, I did try the PvP again, like recently, but I'm not catched by it. It's like the amount of time I would have to put in to like be competitive is just not the time that I have right now. And also, since it doesn't even have like a continuous story and like a way to like actually progress, it's just not something that I want to invest a ton of time, at least now. I think I'll like start playing the game once it has a single player. Then like I also can explore the story of Overwatch. It can be like, I can just like play casually with friends. It doesn't have to be this competitive thing. Even though I do like the competition, but I don't always want to have the competitive side of that. So just having the option of playing single player cooperatively, and you can still be competitive and like you still want to win against the bot, but it's not as much of a grind, if that makes sense. But yeah, I kind of like stopped playing Hogwarts Legacy. I may come back to that later when I like upgrade my PC or I get it for PlayStation, but that will be like probably at least another year. And in the meantime, there are like so many other games that like I still want to play, like Horizon Forbidden West DLC being one of them, Jedi Survivor being another one, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom being yet another one, and then like again I already mentioned Overwatch, and there are like a bunch of other games that are also out there that I still want to play, like Bone Labs. Is another VR game that I'm very curious on playing. I still want to kind of like have VR be in a spot that I'm excited about again, and I think this may happen with Apple, and then I can like move towards that again. But yeah, for now I think I'll be pressing pause on Hogwarts Legacy and mostly just, I don't know, play the thing that I want to play, not because I feel like I have to, but I want to. So with that out of the way, I think we're gonna switch to the Aral yoga session. And I think what we can do, well, let's try this out. Because we can have like light syncs, and considering this is now on the Mac, you can have the same light syncs as I do. Let's install the update later and see if that works. Oh, it's on the other one, of course. No, I think we'll just keep it. Maybe it's some other time, but I don't want to like spend time not waste. It wouldn't be wasted, but I feel like I could use my time better if I were to kind of like do that some other time. Maybe not during a stream. So I'll fix that in my own time. Even though it's tempting though. So yeah. We can just place this here, and so this is a very similar angle to what I have when I record videos, but this time the focus is like a little bit further in the back. So we have here the Aral yoga session, and yeah, I want to listen to kind of like something. I do need to go offline though. So can I still go offline when I'm listening on another device, or do you need to stop that device and then go offline? The interface of like Spotify is still not great though. I'm still not sure. It's not nearly as intuitive as I'd like it to be, and I think it changes. Like things just change. Why can't you just change stuff? Is it on storage? No. Okay. I think I have to stop your music. And now play it on mine. Okay. And now, how do I get offline on this? This is like playback. Okay, but this wasn't here before. playback wasn't here before. So when I give you the music back, of course the music is not like there anymore. Okay, so now I've given that back to you, and now playback is gone. Like, what the? Why? Okay, I just wanted to check whether like I'm the silly one and I just didn't see it before, or it was like actually like that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I want to like get something moving. So how about we'll go with friends, and yeah, so the way you can check out the music that I'm listening to, because it's not downloaded. Of course, because I can only see the ones that are downloaded. And I should have seen that. Okay, let's just go with Q4. Actually, let's do Soul. Okay, we're gonna listen to Soul. I don't have Soul downloaded. Really? I didn't think so. Okay. I will just do like 12,022 then. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. I feel like I say this every time, like when doing oral yoga, but it's, I believe, one of the, I need to like look here again. Wait, I'd like to see myself. So here we go. So the thing about oral yoga is, okay, I don't want you to power down. The thing about oral yoga is it's very difficult to like injure yourself, right? Because usually, like even with yoga, it's difficult to injure yourself, but you just don't get in certain postures, like, because it just hurts, right? Like when you like start stretching, at some point the gravity that pushes you down just hurts you. But here I can kind of like work against gravity by just like holding myself up and like lowering myself more slowly. And with that, I'm able to like go into much deeper stretches more slowly. And yeah, it's just overall a nice thing. And it's just also kind of like, wait, I want to get something to drink, but like just the ability to kind of remove gravity, like through, yes, you do need strength, but you can more or less just like ignore gravity, if that makes, like, you'll see what I mean with that. So we're still warming up though, right? And like while warming up, I like to, I don't know, just like move around. Also, the thing is, I cannot really fall, right? Because I can just like let myself fall, but I like don't fall because I'm still supported. And yeah, just like twisting yourself up is also quite fun, right? So if you know these things on the playground where you kind of like sit and you keep turning the wheel and like you start spinning more quickly. It's kind of like that, but on steroids. Like, maybe steroids is too much. I think steroids is, I'm not sure if you've seen these videos where people like take a bike and use the bike to spin the thing. And then people like they try to, the thing is you have to like keep your center, like your center close to the center of the turning thing. I'm sure it has like a very specific name, but like I cannot even think of the name in German, so I'm not gonna like try in English. But anyways, if you don't keep your like, especially your head close to the center, eventually you'll be like this, and then like it's just like a matter of moments where you just like fly out of the thing, because the rotational like force that kind of like it just pushes you out. And I think people got like very seriously injured. But the cool thing about this here is you cannot really injure yourself. Because even if I like keep twisting, like I guess the only way to injure, yeah, I twisted like my flesh inside. But like, I was very quickly able to stop myself there, right? So now, we're ready. And the best thing is, even though I'm like really dizzy now, I cannot fall. Because again, like, it supports me. Nice. Yeah, so this is kind of like aerial yoga. Like, of course you can do more advanced things, but for that I like we'll get to them in a moment. I just have to like stretch more. Because like the twisting doesn't actually do like a lot of stretching. And you get to like do so many things like at once. Usually you just like I just don't have the balance to like do all of that. But with this, because let's take handstand for example, right? To practice handstand, you actually have like, you spend so much energy to just get in the handstand that you cannot practice the handstand that much. You waste a lot of time just like getting into the handstand, and then at some points your arms are just tired. So similar with like other things that require balance, like when I want to do, I think that's Warrior 3. So if I want to do this, right, and I fall, I have to like reposition myself again. But with this, I can get in there, and now I just like need to kind of like, I don't know, I'm more supported, and also I can go much further than that by kind of like adding this, and I can like see where I want to go at some point and already start like practicing that. Yeah, just, I don't know, I like these concepts where like it supports you to go beyond your regular capabilities. I think in a way this is also a computer, right? A computer helps you do things that you usually wouldn't be able to. And I think Steve Jobs said it quite nicely, that like the personal computer is like the bicycle for your brain. I'm not sure what the AI is that we have, like spaceship or something. Oh. So yeah, considering that you have music, I don't need to like keep talking, because I prefer to just, I don't know, focus on my stretches. So we'll chat again once I'm like done with the aerial yoga, right? So I'll just enjoy. I'll put this right here. So you can like still hear me when I talk here, but like once I start to breathe more heavily, I won't be distracted. Because it is quite hard. Because like, how would I like ever get in this position? It's like simultaneously an upwards looking dog, as well as I don't even know what's like a candle. Also, you can be like really creative with this spot, because there's so many things that you can do. I've been like doing this for like, okay, I haven't even been doing this for years, so what do I know, right? Also, it feels weird that, okay, let's try to assume a natural pose. So another thing that you can do quite nicely is just like shadow fighting on, yeah, you can, I'll show you. And of course, like, we gotta track this. And, like, there isn't really a aerial yoga in your Apple Watch. So, what I like to do instead is use play. And if you look at the play symbol, wait, how do I see that?
Can I get it so you can see that? Yeah, here we go. It kind of looks like that. See?
Like, so first, I'm going to show you something. So, first, okay, so, you know, sometimes you have to be like a kid again, right? And as a kid, I always kind of put myself in like the shoes of the superheroes and like the people like Avatar, The Last Airbender. I always imagine myself having like bending skills myself, right? So I think what's important that you kind of keep that. And if you do manage to keep like this playfulness, you can expand on it. Because we all love to make up games, but how about kind of like keep growing the same game? And with that, I kind of like to just kind of imagine kind of having these superpowers and actually like playing this out. And I just needed a space where I can like jump around and stuff, and without kind of like wrecking everything, because I like to close my eyes as well to kind of like enhance my imagination, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's kind of it. So here we go. Okay, we're gonna like we have a surprise. Actually, I need a different playlist. But as you see, this is like it's a cool spot. I like it. Oh, it's still sunny outside. Cool. I think next stream I'm gonna try to have something outside as well. But yeah, that's a little bit more testing. I have to do that. But I want to change the playlist. And I might have to kind of like turn off your music for a second there, because Spotify, the bitch. Or maybe, no, we don't have them. Okay. Sorry for taking your music. And here we go. Yo, and this is like immediately downloaded. Okay, let's do the second one, just to be sure. There we go. And now the playback is gone again. Knew it. Knew it. Okay, so now you can actually watch this playlist. So I just pressed start and I'll tell you when the next song starts because we're still on the journey. Oh. Yeah, I like this setting. Next up, if I can like upgrade this camera, but I like the way it's there now. So I wonder like if you see that. So this is 60 frames per second, right? I'm not sure if it is though. Like for me this isn't, it looks fast though, but anyways, I want to give you music back. Or actually, I just showed you the music, so just go on Spotify and search for this playlist and then you can listen with me. So I'm still on the Shire, but we'll move on to like the next song soon and we'll probably do the first 3 songs. So yeah, can we like talk about how cool hobbits are? Like seriously, they live like the best life. So I wouldn't want to live in Gondor. You know, like I don't think the sewage system was advanced as it is now. And not having an advanced sewage system in like a big city sucked when you were in the Middle Ages, because like there's so much disease, you have hardly any space, you're constantly getting attacked, so not a cool place to be. And I think the elves have a pretty cool spot. I wouldn't want to be a dwarf. I used to be want to be a dwarf, but then I kind of like transitioned more towards an elf. Like I liked how strong dwarfs are, and I used to value strength a lot when I was like a teenager, and then I started to value like knowledge a lot more. And that's also the point where I wanted to be an elf, because elves were like so knowledgeable and like so old and wise, and I really kind of like, I don't know, inspired me. Not necessarily the elves from like Lord of the Rings, also like the elves from Aragon. And with that, I kind of really started to enjoy the elves. And then eventually I was like, yeah, but like, are the elves actually happy? Because most didn't seem to be happy. And then like, it sounds like I'm like such an old man already, but eventually I started to value like happiness more than like knowledge or strength. And I don't know, ever since then, I was like, hobbits are really cool. Actually, we've already passed the song. We're in like Driftwood now. because I have it on shuffle. So apologies. Let's turn off shuffle there. By the way, like, how do you guys like the new shuffle function with what's the name? I think it's just random shuffle. It like is a kind of similar thing to Spotify Radio, and it kind of adds songs to the playlist that are of a similar genre without you having to go through the whole playlist. So kind of like the thing that used to happen once you're through a playlist kind of just happens while you're in the playlist. I think that was like one of the better decisions because I like this randomness. I don't think Spotify had a true randomness before, because when you press shuffle on like the same song, like continuously over like, I don't know, months or even years, you notice that like shuffle has its own order all the time as well. So you just have it shuffled once, but not shuffled indefinitely every time again when you press shuffle. So that kind of annoyed me. So I'm glad I fixed that. So yeah, but we are in Driftwood and I wanted to switch to the different song. So we're gonna go to Crossing Fields now in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I lost something there. It's also one of the more exhausting sports when I'm building up my stamina. We're at the next song, but it doesn't feel right. Is it like random again? Yeah, why? Okay, here we go. Randomness is out. Still random though. Oh, okay. Room for improvement right there. Oh yeah. Well, now I can keep the randomness on because it's the last song. No, we didn't have that. Did we? Yeah, we did have that. No. 4, 5. I think we're gonna do 5. Let's do 5. Okay. 3, 2, 1. That should be Demon Slayer, I think. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, that was Aerial Yoga. Damn, that felt good. Whew. Like, I haven't been able to do that in like Amsterdam at all, which was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, like, there's no place like home, right? Actually, let's switch the speakers here and see if that works. So, because I don't want to wear like headphones now, so I'm gonna switch to the game. Okay, here we go. Been waiting for this. Also looks so nice, it's like the sun. Alright, I'm not gonna read that out loud, so you can read that for yourself if you want to. Alright. I'm not sure. Am I a slow reader? Are you faster?
A certain complication has come to my attention that we must discuss. I'll be waiting at Tilda's. It's proven to be a useful headquarters for my inquiries into the Zenith base. And don't worry. I haven't disturbed precious part.
Alright. I'll be there when I can.
Nice, we're gonna go to Tilda. But first, I need to say goodbye to a friend.
We did it, Varl. We stopped the Zeniths. We saved life on Earth. Well, for now, at least. There's another threat coming. I don't know how we're gonna beat it. But we'll face it together. All of us. Rest easy, my friend. I'll visit again when I can.
Okay. He's like my old childhood friend. Like, we grew up together in the same village and kind of explored the world together. So there's hope though. Like, he had a cool girlfriend. So okay, let's go. There's the door. I love flying in this game, it's so good. So, like, obvious spoilers, right? On like the original game, but holy fuck, this is so cool. Like, it used to take me ages to travel across here. Like, it's unfortunate that it's a little bit dark, but yeah, like all these villages that I've been to, and I had to like travel there by foot, so it took a while. Or like, I was able to ride, but like, this is so fast. Okay, let's go down a little bit. That's a cool castle from up here. And also like the machines on how they just like glow, so you see them in the dark. So there are like no really dangerous predators that can like hide somewhere. So like when you do face dangerous predators, you kind of like do it by choice.
Holdouts. Some of them are still around. Even though Regal was out of the picture.
This is actually like something that I haven't liberated. See, they're like firing at me. But like, what are they gonna do with bows and arrows? We're like, so in a way we have defeated the most powerful humans on Earth. So like I don't try to like directly spoiler you, but like I'm not gonna spoiler you, but like the game might. So yeah, I'll try to avoid it as much as possible though. So yeah, this is like still a long way. I think we're gonna like fast travel there. It's like a nice place though. I don't think I've been here. Or like I just been here. Can I travel directly to that? Invalid location. I have been here, but like I was kind of like dropped off there. Okay. Yeah, I can travel there. Okay. I'm close enough. So that was like the thing.
Time to get off.
Come, let's walk the rest though. Whew. I kind of want to wait until like daylight though, because this looks so beautiful there as well. But yeah, night is also nice. Like it's different though. So I could have this, like I have seen it at day already, so might as well experience it. Oh, okay, that does look nice.
So this is where Tilda tried to reel you in. What was her proposal? That together you could save the planet? Just as your precious genetic mother always wanted? I believe the old ones called that a bait and switch. Luring you with the promise of a vibrant new world, when in reality, it's doomed to be cracked open by nemesis and scourge of life.
If you're trying to get a rise out of me about Tilda, it's not gonna work. And if you really believed we have no future, you wouldn't be here.
Perhaps I'm just waiting to see if you can once again achieve the impossible. Speaking of which, my preparations for Nemesis have revealed a new problem. I've been searching the remains of the Zenith base for any data that could help us. In doing so, I discovered that 13 of our spacefaring friends descended to Earth from the Odyssey.
But we only found 12 corpses total, including Verbena at the biotech lab.
Your math is impressive as always, but yes, it appears that one got away. His name is Walter Londra. In the 21st century, he was an
She did
aerospace
that so
magnate,
quickly, though.
but also a bit of a celebrity. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that he's far too dangerous to be allowed to roam free. You need to find him and deal with him.
You said you've been searching through the Zenith base. Did you find anything that can help against Nemesis?
Well, I believe our best option is to unearth powerful technologies from the Zenith, the ancient past, or both. With such knowledge in hand, we might be able to build a weapon to hurt Nemesis in a way that it can't currently anticipate.
Surprise attack? I like it.
Don't get your hopes up. I found a few leads, but nothing concrete. It will be a long search, I fear.
So Londra made his fortune by selling spaceships?
Not exactly. He built ships and drones that could mine near-Earth asteroids for rare metals, generating
He's like
untold
Elon
riches.
Musk.
I'm starting to see why you're worried.
Indeed. Thanks to us, he no longer has access to the Odyssey or the Zenith base, but he likely has extensive knowledge of potent old-world technologies. As such, he represents both a threat and an opportunity.
You think he might know about something that can help with Nemesis?
It's possible, yes.
So Londra made his fortune by selling spaceships?
Not exactly. He built ships and drones that could mine near-Earth asteroids, generating...
I'm starting.
But he likely, as such,
It looked like
it's possible.
I didn't have that set
You said
before.
Walter Londra was a bit of a celebrity. What does that mean?
Although he made his money in aerospace, he put vast sums into the production of holographic entertainment. In fact, his wife was a famous actress. The two of them were often featured in tabloids and other media.
Tabloids.
A type of news outlet that tracked the personal lives of celebrities,
Trap.
allowing legions of fans to live vicariously through the rich and famous.
Oh. Yuck. So where do you think Londra went?
It's a nice
The coast,
response.
far to the south. An area racked by tectonic shifts and volcanic activity. The few Tanakh who have ventured there refer to it as the Burning Shores. But 1,000 years ago it was called Los Angeles, a hub for the technology and entertainment industries. Londra's space mining company, Heaven Sent, was headquartered there. It stands to reason he would retreat to familiar territory. I'll send you the coordinates. So, are you ready to track down our rogue Zenith?
Sure am.
Okay. To the Burning Shores then.
Proceed with caution, B-boy. I suspect Londra is even more devious and resourceful than the other Zeniths.
Oh, silence. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were actually concerned about my safety.
Aloy? I hope I haven't caught you in the middle of fighting a giant machine or something.
Hey, Beta, I'm actually on my way to the Burning Shores.
Oh, right. Gaia and I heard about your mission from Silence. Be safe, okay? We'll be here if you need us.
Will do. Thanks. This is it. Londra's headquarters shouldn't be far. That can't be good. Shit!
Were you actually flying just now?
Yeah, just, not my best landing.
Damn, more machines. Stay back. I'll handle this.
Hold on, I can help too.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, so they look like fire.
See those glowing crystals? It's one hit to detonate.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Let's scan them. Are weak against water. Why water though? Doesn't make any sense. Are they strong against fire though? Strong against fire and electricity and acid. Okay. Electricity, acid. I think I just have it. That's all I have. Fire, electricity, acid, ice, and okay. Funny. Okay, so we're just gonna like shoot normally. Let's do just regular arrows. And oh no! I thought I had like Thank you. Okay, I was like not prepared to have all my abilities taken away though. Because that's like basically what happens when, oh nice. Okay. What are they strong with? Oh, now I get you, or what? There we go. Oh, no, no. Okay. But I have no decent weapons against these. Come on. Why don't I hit that? There we go. That's not what I wanted to hit though, but I take it.
Not bad, stranger.
Well, you haven't gotten yours yet. That was nice though.
Last one! Let's see who takes it.
Oh, you got the other one. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha now!
I think she may have done it actually. I think it was her. Well done. That was a good AI.
The name's Seika. Hey, look.
NPC.
I could, say the same about you. You have a focus. So you're Quinn. You're not exactly like any diviner I've met.
How do you even know that?
I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but first...
Just one for now. I saw you before you crashed, flying on a Sunwing. It didn't look like you knew about that tower, which means you're new. So what brought you here?
I'm looking for someone. There's a ruin. On the hill northeast of here, that's where I was headed.
Ruin on the hill. You mean Starlight Rise?
You know it. Is there another way to get there?
Maybe. But first, we're gonna have to do something about that tower. I think we can help each other, Aloy. The tower's not far from where my people made camp. I can show you the way.
Nice.
Hold on. You said we can help each other, but what exactly are you doing here?
Let's just say, I need that tower dealt with too. Come on.
I like the chirping.
This way.
And like I hear my own chirping as well, by the way. Just like low-key flex, but
We'll have to take my skiff to get to the settlement.
What were you doing out
Nice.
here anyway?
The skiff's rudder is a bit off. I was after some parts to fix it. And sometimes, you just need to hunt alone.
I'll have use for these soon enough.
Let's get going!
oh. She doesn't have a bow
She
though.
is.
Oh, does she?
To
No, she
attach this
does.
component I picked up, hold tight.
Never seen a boat like that before.
Me and a gearhead back at the
Cool.
settlement roped it
Can
together.
I drive it?
Works well enough. That'll do it.
Okay. Yeah. Aww, she takes the wheel. Oh, well, it makes sense. Like, it's her boat. Like, why would I drive
No.
that?
Not another one.
Whoa!
Like I said, there's no getting to Starlight Rise so long as that tower's there.
She's actually concerned about them.
Okay, casting off.
Sure beats rowing.
I've had a lot of time to improve her design.
How long have your people been here?
About a year, I think. We hit this massive storm crossing the Great Ocean. Lost half the fleet and our bearings. It was a miracle we even made
We
it to
know
the
where
shores.
the other
We've been
half
stuck
is.
here ever since.
That's who we met.
See, I'm sorry to hear that. Just how many of you are left?
Not as many as there should be. We've had other troubles since the shipwreck. And some of those remaining aren't much help.
Sounds like you're not thrilled to go back.
Bringing back an Outlander's certainly going to complicate things. It'll be fine. Just follow my lead and let me do the talking.
If you say so.
That's it on your left. Fleet's End.
Uplifting name.
We weren't in great spirits when we made landfall.
Fleet's End. Like, we're done.
Okay.
Not doing
Here we go.
that again. Can we talk about landfall? Like, the land is falling towards you?
I don't know anything further. May I be dismissed?
No. You will remain here until the traitor returns. You!
Are we the traitor?
go.
Sorry.
One act of treason breeds another, it seems. Stealing a diviner's focus, leading a barbarian into our midst.
Where's the Gwen I know?
Arrest them both. Remove their focuses at once.
Arrest us. This is a matter for the Admiral, not a compliance officer.
By all means.
it's like makes a big difference whether we walk in front or they would have
Who's the
walked in front.
barbarian?
She's done for.
Things seem kind of tense around here.
It's not our best day.
I like how she kind of still frames it positively, but just says it with a nod.
Admiral Garrett! It's as I told you, sir. Proof is now before your eyes. A soldier dared to don a diviner's focus, the eye that reveals legacy. But Seika did not stop there. She brought a barbarian among us, in direct violation of Confidentiality Clause 3A. Protocol states that these...
I might be our last chance at finding our missing people, sir.
That, yes, cut past the bureaucracy,
Diviner Vi's
please.
focus showed me his last moments. He found a clue. The ruin on Starlight Rise. There's evidence our people were there.
Huntress headquarters.
Now we have no means of safe passage. Not in our current situation. But she might have another way.
Remember the law, sir. Focus is for a diviner. No one else.
Seika's actions are indeed concerning. And there will have to be a reckoning. But finding our lost crew is paramount. If Seika has a chance of bringing them back, our course is clear. Even compliance must recognize that. I will allow it. Seika and the Outsider are free to pursue this lead.
But, sir, if...
Outlander,
He lacks
I'd like a
discipline,
word when you have a moment.
but he relies too much on rules. Like, rules are meant to be improved, not broken.
Damn them.
You okay?
I shouldn't have said that. It's just that... My sister is one of the missing. Not only that, she's our last navigator. Our only means of getting home. I've got to find her. Even if it means using a forbidden relic. Meanwhile, Rang and the others act like I'm the problem, when in reality, I'm the only one looking for a solution.
Look, I understand. Maybe more than you know, but
We've been
for
doing the
now, I
same
think we
thing.
need to calm down
I
and
am
just...
calm. You're right, of course. Getting upset isn't going to help.
Okay. We both need to get to the place you call Starlight Rise. But that tower... seems like it knocks anything nearby out of the sky.
Out of the water, too. It fires at any watercraft in range.
Oh, great. Well, it seems to me you've got some kind of plan in mind to deal with it.
Maybe. Between the two of us, there might be a way.
Well, you're a good fighter, that's for sure. But beyond that, I don't know much about you.
There's not much to tell. Nothing special about me. Except my sister is pretty well known among my people.
You don't seem so ordinary to me.
I was just a petty officer until we ran aground. But we lost a lot of midshipmen and lieutenants to the storm and the wreck. And now even more of them are missing. So I've been trying to step up and help the Admiral.
It took a lot of guts putting on that focus. Seems to me he needs more like you.
Tell that to Rang and his toadies.
So your sister is a navigator?
More like the navigator. The only Quen who can steer by the stars without instruments. She reads the sky like a scroll. Knows every constellation by position, no matter how much it spins around up there, which means she's been an Imperial favorite ever since her first exam. One of the fleet's most precious assets. And
she and the others just disappeared?
After we made landfall, the hard way, the Admiral sent out scouting expeditions with the very few boats we had left. Not one of them returned. I don't know what happened to them all, but I do know it has something to do with that tower. And Starlight Rise.
We're agreed on that. Is there anything else you can tell me about that tower?
It just appeared one day a couple of weeks ago after our scout boats went missing. And it shoots at anything in the sky or sea. Machines, boats, you.
Okay, don't remind me.
I tried to get near it, but it's mounted on a tall ruin with machines all around. On the plus side, its range is limited. I've been testing it with my skiff and setting up buoys to mark the radius.
Can't tell if that's smart or reckless.
Both, maybe. I'll admit there have been a couple of near misses.
What exactly did you find on that Diviner's Focus?
When the scout boat sent by the Admiral didn't return, he sent our very last one to find out what happened to them. Diviner Vi was on board. They made it as far as Starlight Rise, went inland and found a camp and a bunch of equipment. It looked like some of our people went into a ruin there. Then they spotted a machine, unlike anything we've seen. Silver and gold, moved like a spider. Spooked, they ran back to their boat.
They were lucky to escape. I've dealt with those things before.
Well, their luck ran out fast. The morning they tried to sail back, the tower went up and blew them right out of the water. Vi's body washed ashore here sometime later. A friend of mine found it and let me know. The same friend that ratted me out to Ring for taking the Focus. But what was I supposed to do?
I would have done the same thing. Trust me. You think there's a way to do something about that tower?
If we want to reach Starlight Rise, we have to try. I was able to approach the tower on foot, but I couldn't get close enough to shoot at it or anything like that. With the right help, though,
Show me the way and we'll give it a shot.
you'll probably want to resupply first. You can use my skiff if you need to for resources. Just stay south of the settlement. The tower can't hit that side. I set up some buoys to mark its
I'm already
radius.
like
What
all
are you gonna
equipped,
do?
so no worries.
I'm gonna go clear my head. There's a bridge that leads to the ruins where the tower is mounted. I'll wait for you on the other side.
Hold on. There's one more thing. The Quen here, all of this. You were part of a larger expedition, right? Headed for San Francisco?
That's how you know about us. And you've seen the others, haven't you? And they're alive.
Most of them, yeah. I can put you in touch with them, but we should find your missing people first, right?
They're alive. This is great news. But yes, you're right, it should wait. If we tell everyone now, it'll just be a distraction. So for the sake of the missing, we have to put the focus on them.
All right then. I'll see you on the other side of the bridge.
I think it actually would have been kinder to tell them, because then like
Might
they
not be a bad
are more
idea to
spirited,
resupply
uplifted.
before I meet Seika.
But I guess
Or I
it's like a
could
card they
explore
can
a
always
little with
play
her skiff
later.
first.
So strategically, yes, not the best thing for the people though, maybe. We're gonna just like, so on celebrations we're just doing main quests. Because like, it's a celebration. Still cool to do that. Excuse me, I'm more civilized than you,
Okay, maybe it's time to meet up with Seika and head to the tower.
but like, that was kind of primitive for me to say.
Over
so-
here.
Oh look, there's like
Hey,
a
I'm here.
little piggy.
So, how do we get to the tower?
These trails will lead us to it. Take your pick.
Huh?
Okay, let's go.
too.
So you know a lot about my people, but I barely know anything about you. Like who you're looking for at Starlight Rise.
He's a, fugitive.
Come on, that's all you got?
Let's just focus on getting to the tower.
So mysterious. Where did you learn to do that?
Why would I kill them, right? Like, they're a useful thing. Get there. Yeah.
A water wing. The other day, I saw the tower shoot down an entire flock. Horde wings crashed into the sea south of Fleet's End.
Unfortunate.
I've never seen one before.
Water wing.
That tower's gotta go.
Yeah. Probably could have done that without a quick save. I don't think I'll die.
We're getting close to the tower. Last time I was there, I didn't get very far in.
We'll find a way. There's some kind of machine growth.
Haven't seen that before. Kinda looks like an egg.
Huh. There's a machine inside.
Can we like defuse it? I feel like it's a bomb.
It hatched!
Okay. By the way, I'm like playing with one hand, right? Oh yeah, right.
To the hut!
Now it's just like fly fishing. Fuck these rocks! Why do I like keep picking them up?
More of those eggs.
Okay. Those definitely weren't here last time.
I think I can do this without the quick save.
Yuck.
Those eggs are everywhere.
Whoa.
Yep. I've got a feeling we're about to find out what laid them.
Okay.
Let's move in. Carefully.
I want to know what they're like strong against. Fuck, they're also here. Okay. I think there. Yeah. Weak against electricity. I knew it, but I wasn't like sure. Okay. They're flying though. It's not a vertical one. Calm. Electricity, you say? Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay.
Big ugly machine alert! We'll have to deal with it to get into the tower.
What's this guy doing? Fire and...
Make your move.
Water, okay. Let's kill the small ones first though.
Let's get this done! You fried them!
Chain reaction. Useful.
Here isn't even aware of us yet. That's how strong this is. And now, because I like shot it. Okay. Oh no, we want fire. Yo, but he just like did kill me. Yo, okay, this thing is like, okay. Nice. I like this enemy, okay.
Whoa! Big ugly machine alert!
Okay, do I need to like kill the small ones still?
To get into the tower.
Bro, what? Okay. Do I have better fire thing? I can just like place fire traps all over the place next time. Oh my god.
One for me! You fried them!
Chain reaction. Useful.
I've got your back! Laying more eggs. The more the merrier, I guess.
Okay, that doesn't seem to work that well.
Need to reload.
Oh, not close enough. Yeah, I was looking for them because I knew I didn't get them on yet. Bro, what? Bro, what? Why are you so strong? Okay, ich bin auch, like, I'm not, like, completely leveled up, so this is still difficult, though. Okay, nice. I thought it was, like, too easy before, but now it's like, okay.
Big ugly machine alert.
Nice.
We'll
It
have
felt
to deal
good
with it to
before,
get
now
into
it
the
feels
tower.
challenging. It's very well designed.
Let's see what you got then.
Can we just, like, attack
your
this guy
move.
first? And, like, let's just focus on this guy.
It's laying more eggs.
The more the merrier, I guess.
Yeah, let's go fishing.
Here we go.
I think I need to use these.
Chain reaction. It's useful. Whoa, we've got a jumper.
Bro, what?
Feeling better.
I forgot that I had potions. I would have gotten this easily otherwise. Hey Siri, Notion idea. Hey Siri, Notion idea. Oh fuck. Hey Siri, Notion idea. You have 3 lives, and for every life you have to kind of connect the ideas in a way that you have to earn more lives through exercise points. Okay. Yeah, I'm back. Oh, it just went right back. Oh my god, where is it? It just shoots somewhere.
Down it goes.
Yeah. Good fight. Come on.
Okay.
The entrance we found is this way.
Like, it got through a lot of my health. And killed me twice actually. Damn, well done. Really? Somehow they don't do anything. They were just distractions. Oh my god, how genius! Yo, what a like brilliant way to. I cannot like jump anymore.
I'll have to warn our patrols later. Doubt that machine was the only one of its kind. Feels like every day there's something new that's trying to kill us.
I know the feeling.
Like, I should be able to kind of like jump with that, but like.
Through here.
Like I wanted to get there, I just thought it would like make it.
Just gotta get across.
Okay.
Think you can make it?
Watch me.
Okay. That's like a new mechanic. Nice.
Got somewhere else to be? You're back! This is as far as I got.
Whoa, that's
I
pretty
couldn't find a
cool.
way to get further up.
I didn't know that was
Take a look around.
possible. Nice. You always learn something. Okay. No, wait, what?
There we go.
You made that look easy. About your fugitive, I need to know who we're dealing with. It can't be a coincidence that he and my people are both at Starlight Rise.
His name's Walter Londra. He's a Zenith. It's what the Quen would call a living ancestor.
A living ancestor? But that would mean he's been alive for centuries.
Yep.
Tides take me. You're serious.
Bro, what? Okay. I thought I had that. It's like difficult, but not impossible. And the punishment isn't too bad, see? It got smaller there. It for sure did.
After you?
Smart. Okay, cool. How do I get up there? Oh.
Oh. Well,
Go.
there you go, Seika.
Thanks.
Isn't she like in front of me? Did she just... Oh my... Damn! Well done, girl!
Think you could get that vent open?
Yeah.
It's too short.
Still.
Right time it was. I think I can grapple to that vent.
Nah, bro. What?
can grapple to that vent.
Oh, that. Go.
She flies, she fights machines, and she has fancy moves.
Fair.
Wish you'd come along earlier. Might have gotten more done by now. I bet you must be pretty important to your tribe.
I grew up an outcast, actually.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm better off without them. And from what I saw back at the settlement, maybe you would be too.
I am
Wait,
one of the
what?
chosen people. Not some weak-kneed sailor who abandoned ship when the seas get rough.
That's
Okay.
a nice move though.
Never mind.
Oh my no! 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 That was 2 levels! I could have fallen so much further. Oh my god. Like the poor people who play this fuck, I don't know which direction anymore. Like the guy in the pot and the hammer. Like whatever that game is called. I think I have to go here though.
So, the other Quinn I met, they, recognized me. I look like one of your ancestors. But I guess since your diviners are gone, none of your people here made the connection?
Oh. Yeah, those of us left are just sailors and soldiers.
Where the fuck do I have to go? I fell too far. It's not here though. If I have to like go down there again. Okay. How far can I go? Okay, can I just like I'm like lost. How do I reload? Is that? No. I could like close the game and start it. Okay, but like, how many levels did it go down there? Like, what? Let's see where we start off from. I think I'm actually gonna go for a water break. So I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll give you some music to chill to while I listen to my music on the way. Yeah, we're gonna see like where we come out. So we're gonna take that. I'm gonna go nice, and I'm still offline, so I can give you your music. There. See, like, oh, obviously you cannot see, but like there. I did not see that. Thank you. Appreciate it, game. In a bit. And let's go. Yo, what's up? Here we are again. I took a bit of a detour and then actually locked myself out of here. So that's why it took a little bit longer. But even the more exciting, we are Aloy, who just met a new friend. Now we have to climb this incredibly long, intricate puzzle system up and not fall down. So it's a little bit like this game with the hammer and the pot, but like in 3D. Duh. There we go. And I should give you actually access to see the game. So here we are. You missed something cool though. Let's go to there. Yeah, I think I have to go over there.
Something's holding up.
Nice shortcut. I'll find another way over.
I think we're almost at the top.
Nice.
Then we can find a way to shut the tower down.
Ancient sculpture and gold. You know how valuable gold in this age is? Like,
Sounds like the tower's found another target.
huh, that's not good. Poor things.
Tower downed another machine.
Okay, game, you get me to like quick save. First, I tip my hat to you.
Some kind of crystal. Oh, strong smell. Merchants might be interested though.
Okay. Nice. By the way, we'll be playing for like half an hour and then I'm gonna cut it. So we are at the 4 hours.
Made it. This definitely looks like something Wandra would have built.
Cool.
Okay. But how do we stop it when part of it's way up there?
Let's take a look around. Some kind of access node? I might be able to override it.
Never seen anything like this. But there's gotta be a way to stop it.
How brute force is this though?
It's coming down!
Aloy, I truly hope you've enjoyed this tower. I set it up just for you.
Oh, great. A recording from Wandra.
Let it be a reminder that unlike my former colleagues, I'm one step ahead of you.
That doesn't look good! Getting ready to fire at us. Get to cover!
Close.
How are we supposed to stop this thing?
Doesn't seem to have
Let
any
me scan
other.
it. All drops fire!
Okay, thank you. It's actually much appreciated.
Hey! Over here, you!
Yo, what? What an insane enemy. He tracked me while gliding and then blew me up, like where I was landing. Bro, AI is scary. Woo. Okay, here we go.
How are we supposed to stop this thing? Let me scan it. All drones fire!
I'm just gonna shoot you.
But you can't get me!
Bro, what? How strong is this thing? Damn, okay.
How are we supposed to
Oh,
stop
okay.
this thing?
I know how.
Let me scan.
Okay, so it like literally insta kills me. So usually I get like more data from a fight, and like I kinda. How about that?
How are we supposed to stop this thing? Let me scan it. All drones fire!
Okay, I have a shield. And that works. Okay.
How are we supposed to stop this thing? Let me scan it. All drones fire!
Oh, I need like... Okay, so that requires stamina. I'm learning so much right now. Like, I'm enjoying myself. Like, I like to kind of like learn these new things and kind of like try to figure out, okay, what's the way? So now it's like more like chess. I have to be more methodical. So I think I need to just scan this.
Let me scan it. All drones fire!
And I'll just like...
It's got a power core on the back. Come on! I gotta get up there to...
Why can I not deploy 2 of them? That I don't understand.
How are we supposed to stop this thing? Let me...
But what? I put down my shield, didn't I? What happened to my shield? Okay, like I must have. Did I like already use it up?
How are we supposed to stop this thing?
Yeah.
Let me scan it. All drones fire!
Okay, I don't know how I did this.
It's got a power core on the back.
Okay.
I gotta get up there to destroy it. Just hurry!
Oh, okay. So this is what I was supposed to do. Like go down here? No. Just like a chest.
I need to get Hyla.
I got its attention!
Oh my good. How do I get up there? It's stressful now. How do I go up? I'm like missing something obvious, am I?
I gotta keep looking. I need a way up.
I'm in its sight!
Thank you, by the way. So what I wanted like originally to do is like go left intuitively. So that seems to be
Detonated!
okay. So I just have to hit it.
Now would be a good time to stop this thing!
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
to go from here? There. I'm almost there. I don't know like how she's like doing that. Like, see how quickly I just died and she just takes it. It's like, okay. Like, how are you like surviving though?
Okay, time to hit that power core. I think it knows you're up there, Aloy. Take cover. Come on, fire at me, not her.
Yeah, I have to go to like the other side.
Yes, it's distracted. Do what you need to.
I wouldn't call this distracted.
I need to target the power core. Any luck with that power core? Oh, no good.
Yo, it like tracks me perfectly. Okay, I cannot make a run for it. That's for sure. I thought I could though. Oh really? I have two guns like
How are we supposed to stop this thing?
go there.
All drops fire.
It's back here.
Oh yeah, right.
There. Out now.
Don't know where you went, but I hope you're getting close.
Yeah,
Taking a lot
almost
of heat
there.
over here.
Hang in there, Sika. Better scan that thing.
I think it knows you're up there, Aloy. Take cover. Come on, fire at me, not her.
Maybe my focus can find a way to disable the gun.
Trying to distract it.
There! A power core! I gotta destroy it. Shut the weapon down.
Aloy, I'm under a lot of fire here.
I need to target the power core!
Bro! What? Okay. Okay. We'll get this though. Like I'm confident that. So I have to go over here.
How are we supposed to stop this thing? Let me scan it. All drops fire. Come on, you ugly thing! Fire at me!
It's back here.
No one this way.
There. Out now. weapon count.
I can't keep this up forever!
It's there.
I need to target the power core.
You okay? Yeah, still breathing. I see another core on the front.
On it! Keep distracting it! Another core.
To go up there again. I thought it like fell down or something.
Hey! Over here, you weird, shiny, hovering scrap!
How do I get up there?
I'm down! That thing's sights are back on you!
Armor's too thick.
Fuck! But like, what could I have done more than that? Duh! Like, I thought I played this like pretty. No. Bro, okay. Seriously, okay, one more try.
Let me scan it.
I'll draw its fire! Bet you can't get me!
Hey, big
How?
It's back here.
there. Out and up.
Oh. No, I think I need this.
Aloy! You're not very wet, but hope you're getting close. I'm taking a lot of heat over here.
Here we go.
You okay? Yeah, still breathing. I see another car on the front.
On it! Keep distracting it!
Now the one on the front.
Oh, front is difficult though.
It got me! My cover till I get its attention again!
No.
Back to being fake!
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Woo! Nice. Okay. Damn, what a good fight. That was
Well, that didn't
intense.
go exactly how I thought it would.
It turned out okay. And now your machine can get us to Starlight Rise, right?
Yeah. I saw it fly off when I crashed. I should be able to call it back.
One step closer to finding my sister and the living ancestor you're after. But I should probably report to the Admiral first, give him some assurance that we've made progress.
Okay. I'll meet you back at the settlement then.
You know, I'm kind of glad you tagged along.
Oh, here we go.
Seika's not like other Quinn. That's for sure. And with the tower down, I could check out the area before meeting up with her. Maybe stock up on some resources while I'm at it.
I wanna like search that for sure. Elite critical hits. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, leveling up and all that we're gonna do next week. So yeah, it's gonna be something exciting to be like, okay, like what gonna we pick to like fight and like kind of equip our like better equipment. So that's like what we're gonna do next time in the regular stream. And yeah, next celebration will be in kind of like June-ish, but we still have like half an hour. No, in like end of May. So I think I'll actually be back here, and I think this may be like a really good one because I will be able to like actually plan it. Like I literally came back from Amsterdam yesterday, so there wasn't a lot of like planning I was able to do. So next month is gonna be like a whole different level, and yeah, it's gonna be something exciting. I'll have to test out a few things, but I think I'm actually able to take you outside, and that means oh, that would be yeah, like I have something like kind of special planned for the May celebration because it kind of leads into June, and I think June is the day I kind of like launch my company and like launch my business. So until then it was more or less prep time, and then June is like the big launch where I actually like start kind of like, okay, putting myself out there. And I think yeah, I think until then I have to like prepare. So it's like, okay, until June, what can I like still do? So we have like the last month now where this is kind of happening live, where like at the moment I'm kind of like earning nothing. And yeah, let's see how long I can keep up with this and how quickly I'll be able to yeah, start growing and helping more people, because that's ultimately what I'm trying to do. And yeah, we still have though 30 minutes, and it kind of like already feels like a goodbye, but it's not. Like we're still gonna continue a little bit. We're gonna like put on the music and like also kind of get rid of the the audio from there, and we're gonna, you know, music is just one of the greatest things that happened to humanity. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like out of all of the things, I think music is like at least top 10. Okay, oh, that's a fun one. Okay, let's do the top 10 of life. All right, here we go. Actually, how about we change the camera for that? So, yeah, some behind the scenes. I like that. Oh, cool. So, I have something in mind. What did I want to do though? Like the top 10 of that impacted humanity. Okay, top 10 that impacted humanity. Hey Siri, Notion idea. Get the top 10 things that benefited humanity, and I'm recording them right now. Done. Nice. So I just wanted to kind of like have this because it was an idea, but like I can execute it immediately, so why wouldn't I? And it's like a nice setting. So here we go. By the way, like, can we talk about how brilliant Apple is on just having like this continuity camera thing going on? Because with that, I can now just add this here and switch. So yeah, here we are, and I think I can switch directly to recording, and yeah, I wonder like whether there's a drop in quality. So I think I'm gonna start recording as well now. Okay. So the top 10 things that impacted humanity. I would say 1 is for sure music. Because music just adds something to the way we speak, and having this rhythm is just the rhythm of language. And I think that's our second one. So we have music and language as the top 10 things that I think impacted humanity. So after that, I would say like the sex drive, and like not just like the sex drive, but how the sex drive works on like having let me try to put this in simpler words, because in my head it sounds like quite complicated. So so it's music and language and the sex drive. And with the sex drive, I kind of mean the selecting mechanisms that were built to kind of like increase sex. And I think from there on, no, I think simpler would be just survival. So survival and reproduction. Survival and reproduction are like crucial parts that we needed to develop. Then music, because like, how can you live without music? Right? Then language, also like you need some form of communication. Like how else would you build like society, right? Like and kind of like, I think that also goes into unity. Is unity one of the 10 things though? That's a good question. Because with unity, it may fall into something else. But let's keep unity, and I want to get like something very obvious, which I'm not sure if you like have thought of it yet, or just like screaming like what the, like why didn't you mention that first, right? So like love. I don't think like life would be a lot less worth living without love. Like I'd be fine, right? But I want to be obsessed and like want to be the best in that way. And yeah, somehow like without that, like so much of life would be missing. So we need music, we need love, we need language, we need we had more before, now we're back to 3 again. So music, language, love, unity. How about like intelligence? Without intelligence, and then like just reproduction we had, and survival. Yeah. So we need 3 more. How about nature? Can nature be one? Our purpose is one for sure. But I'm not sure about nature. Like, how about family? I like family. Like, it's just like something different. I guess you could see this under love. So, okay, let's keep looking. Technology. Oh yeah, we definitely needed that. Okay, so technology and progress. I guess that's technology. So, how about we need one more, right? Like one more, one last thing, and like the 10 most impactful things of like that helped humanity. Oh, I haven't. It may be obvious, right? Like, but I just thought of that. So here it comes, right? Like the last thing, and I think the most important one is education. And like without that, like where would we be? Like seriously, like everything that we know came from the education. Like we stand on the shoulders of giants, like all the previous generations. I don't know, it's so kind of like optimizing that knowledge. So it's like, okay, well, how to kind of build heaven? Because that's what we're here to do. Like, how can we build the best possible worlds for all of humankind? And I likes the veil, which kind of explains this. And I think this is one of the better ways to kind of create the, at least that I heard of, right? Like, if you have something better, I'm always happy to kind of like chat about that. I'm super curious, as you may see, and just leave it down in the comments. So yeah, I can kind of like, I don't know, I like to learn things, if you haven't noticed. So do let me know if there's something. But what I wanted to say is how education kind of is so required for like the humanity and the species. And the better we nail that, the better all the other things become. Like, how amazing is that? Like, we can really think now, like, in the future in terms of like 30, 50, 60 years, because we're all gonna be living much, much longer. So who is gonna decide in what kind of future we'll live then, when we're like beyond 100 maybe? Well, the next generations. So isn't it our responsibility to get them as close as possible to like perfect, and they can like continue that and yeah, just kind of learn about all these things in a engaging way. So I think we have a bonus one, right? So out of these 10, I think there's one more that we need, and that is play. Right? Like, we want to play, we want to engage, we want to like also sometimes competitive, sometimes collaborative, but like also hunting is kind of like a thing that challenges you. So we want like the challenge, the flow state that you get while just like playing games. That's why everyone is so like obsessed about gaming, because it puts you in flow, and it's just a different feeling when like time passes and you're being like perfectly challenged. Like I was in flow. I still am in flow. And like these ideas that I keep having are because I am in flow and things connect, and I can like feel my best while also perform the best. And yeah, I think these 10 things and like one more, and I'll probably like there are many more, so I'm excited what you come up with in the comments, but these were just like the first 10 that I came up with. So let me know how you did, and yeah, see you there. I keep hitting this thing. It shouldn't not be here, but it's still getting cold, you know? I'll see you, and appreciate you, and yeah, most definitely we'll see you at the next level. I don't know why I kind of like signed off there, because like we're still here. We still have like 15 minutes, so that's kind of how I record videos from now on. It's like, oh, that's a nice idea. Let's do that. It took a while to get there though. Like, oh my god, how many terrible videos have I made? And like, how many terrible streams have I had? But like, yeah, flow. And like this is my flow dojo. So I can just like play and yeah, for me work is also play, so. Bro, like the music. Well done, Chris. No, Harris. Is it Chris Harris? No. Sam? Well done, Streamies. Whew. Okay. So something that I like to do at the end of the stream is take a look at the guides again. But this time, I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger. So, how about we keep that here, and yeah, we're just gonna see whether that works. But I think we can stop recording now. Yes, let's stop recording. So yeah, I'm gonna like take a bathroom break, and then we're gonna be checking the guides for the last 12 minutes. So I'll be back in like 10 minutes, and it's gonna be like a hot 10 minutes where yeah, we're gonna like just connect and kind of like see the teachers. And like, I don't know, like by just seeing them, it's a concept from Think and Grow Rich, like the invisible counselors. And just kind of imagining them around you influences you to be more similar, right? Like you're the average of the 5 people around you. Well, that's just an oversimplification. You are the average of everyone around you as an interactive world. So with that, I kind of like have these as people that, at least for me, I connect with and kind of interact with on a basis. And if I can learn from all of them, yeah, then ultimately I can be the best version of myself. But enough talk. I only have 1 minute for the bathroom, and yeah, I'll be right back. And we are back. Thank you again for being here. And yeah, we are entering the last stage of this stream, and there are many more to come. So yeah, if you just have any questions, go ahead and join the stream, ask the question, see if I understand the problem correctly, and yeah, maybe I can kind of like, oh, I can kind of, it's a weird metaphor. my mouth is dry, but the metaphor that I wanted to make is I'm kind of like a doctor for teachers. It's like, okay, like what's the problem? And yeah, I kind of made it my life's mission to solve that and kind of get education up there to the level it deserves, because like the highest quality of education will benefit all of us like tenfold, like millionfold, because, well, that's what we are. We are the iteration cycles, and like what better thing to kind of connect the iteration cycles than with education, and kind of have education be the glue of everything that you do. So thank you, and yeah, I'll let you join me on the ride. We're gonna do like a left side and a right side, but unfortunately I haven't like automated that, so it'll take some time in between, so bear with me. Next time I'll definitely have this figured out and sorted out, but we have a good lineup though. We have a really good lineup. It's something that I haven't like really understood, but like these are the people that I think would level me up the fastest. So I was like, okay, whoa, what are you doing there? That looks fucking cool. Teach me. So yeah, I've been learning from all of them, and I continue like learning from all of them. Sometimes people tend to be like more in favor than others, but like, not gonna lie, probably recency. It's just because I recently consumed something from them, and I was like, they just like have a higher standing in my head right now. So yes, keep in mind recency bias, and I think we're ready to drop in. So here we are, but this time I'll be joining you. I'll just need a second to adjust, but I don't think it should be too much of an issue. Actually it is though. oh, okay, no, never mind. I found it. I found like the possibility. Okay. So here we go. Actually, let's do that like this. Yeah. So now, I would still like to kind of like read this. Oh, okay, I know how. Let's do this though. Okay. Yeah, we have some mystery going there. I like that. So then I'm gonna move down. So yeah. Yeah, I like this. So we have that. I feel like in terms of body there isn't, I just have to continue doing what I'm doing. Like, it doesn't feel like I have to learn that much there. It's just like, oh, okay, so that's that. I just have to kind of like remind myself of doing these things. So yeah, the most just like obvious ones, and I think with the guides here it works quite nicely. We have just like eat healthy, exercise, and play with like cold and warm. And if you do these three things, you're like so golden. You're like so golden already. So that just transcends you past 80% of like the players that are playing this game. So yeah, definitely do just three things. In terms of mind, I would say just kind of like learn how the brain works, at least like at a very superficial level. It can be like superficial as, okay, we have right side and left side, like very simplified, but you can go a little bit deeper with Thinking Fast and Slow by Dale Carnegie. And yeah, just generally for remembering things, Jim Quick would be for sure the guy. Then we have just like read. Like reading is such an obvious level up, right? Like, have you played Skyrim? It literally levels up an area of life when you read a book. It's like, yeah, of course, like there's so much experience in a book that, yeah. So read, and then like, yeah, teach, educate yourself, like have. So the difference between knowledge and education is that education is in person, and knowledge is like in like theory behind, like you consume knowledge, but it's something different when you have this live interaction. So I think that's what education is, live interaction, where you can like answer questions and kind of like go deeper. So I think we need to, at the moment, the education system, I think, does a little bit too much on just like, here's the knowledge, and not enough of educating. And especially with ChatGPT, like knowledge is has just become so accessible. Like everyone can just like, hey, ask this and like explain it to me, and like write a like a super scientific essay about it, and just like, yeah, here you go. You may not pass like your university with that, but like who cares in the work world? Like you'll sound so much better using that, and that's kind of like learning how to use AI in that way. But like that's a whole nother thing. Now we jumped all the way down to singularity from AI, right? Because like the artificial things of kind of like reality, because like what's reality? It's kind of like a thing that oh, we have 2 more minutes. So I'm sorry. I'm still like getting the hang of this game, right? And yeah, singularity kind of makes things appear so insignificant though, so it really doesn't matter. Because time alone is such an abstract thing on like what, like if you just watch Interstellar, you realize how fucked up time is. So yeah, kind of just be like curious about artificial intelligence. I think that's like everyone kind of needs to do that right now. It's just like a required thing for a human in today's age, I think. Then technology kind of goes hand in hand with AI. Like how are you gonna access this AI? Personally, I'm putting like my quite literally money on Apple. I just think that like using their interface, that will become much better once they have like augmented reality glasses, which will just like blow everyone's mind away, because it's going to be like, it's going to be better than the Meta Quest. And the Meta Quest is already pretty good. It just lacks content. But it's going to be like with Apple, it's going to be so much more focused on productivity. So the things you'll be able to do with this thing is just gonna put you like, it's gonna be as significant as using like ChatGPT in your day-to-day life. So it's just like almost a required thing to remain relevant. And yeah, that was it actually. We have the end of the stream. Entertainment, Tombelieu, I'm sorry I didn't make it to you. Next time I will, but yeah, I think you deserve to be the first one, because entertainment is just like changes your reality. And with that, good night, and I see you next level.